Okay, here we are again. We're gonna carve. We had our passion fruit flower. I wonder if that's why they call it a passion. I don't know. Anyway, uh, we're gonna try to get our mind on something else. When I would carve, I just lose myself and I forget you're there. I forget the world's there. This is my little go-to place. Okay, part one. We carved a leaf, and we carved it in a few minutes. Didn't take long of that. Now, for me to do this carving, okay, I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna hollow it out. So I got to think about 2 or 3 things. Number one, when I hollow it out, you got to be careful if you have anything sticking above it, because we'll say I came on an angle like that, my wood grain's going up and down, that point out here would break off. Okay? So you don't want pieces that are going to break off, because this is going to be a long-term planter. It's going to last for my lifetime. So if you see, I did this leaf here going straight up. It could have came up into here. Now, to avoid any of those problems, what I'm going to do is I'm kind of holding back everything about an inch and a half. And then when I get up here, I'll show you, I kind of bevel this in a little bit, round it. So it gives it a nice lip. And you're not hitting things on it, knocking it off and things like that. Now our lesson today is gonna be overlapping. This is what makes something look really three-dimensional. When things are behind other things, and this is basically a flat surface that's just round. So we're doing relief carving right now. So what we're gonna do here is I'll put a leaf here. I'll probably go the different direction, so that kind of gives a little bit of flow to it. And then I want a leaf coming off here, and I want to go down like it's hanging down. And I may take that leaf, and what I'm thinking here now, we'll go down with that leaf, and I'll roll the one edge up. And that gives it a little bit more artistic flair to it than just a flat leaf. Now I have to go a little bit deeper, which is okay, because when I do this third leaf, this is on top, this is underneath it. The third leaf is underneath these two, so it's deeper. So what happens then, what happens then is I have plenty of wood to roll this leaf. And it won't matter, because when I hollow this out, it hollows on an angle, because I don't go straight down in. And that gives me more wood here. And that's the reason I do that, because eventually I'm going to cut this in here so it's not just a straight log. At least I'm thinking that is. I change constantly. Right now I got this in my head, I'll be going long, and then all of a sudden it's looking great a certain way, and it's like, yeah, we're not doing that no more, we're going to do it this way. And that's okay. You are the artist. You make no mistakes. It's never wrong. And that's what you're seeing. It don't matter if you're experienced or not. So let's get into starting our second leaf, and I hope it helps you and you learn something. Pay attention. Okay guys, we're going to crank this chainsaw. We put it on choke. We pump the bowl. Now this saw I do a little different, because it's little and it's hard to hold between my legs. You can't do it. It's a rear handle saw is what they call it. I mean a top handle, excuse me. I can't even get it right this morning. So I have a little hole in my carving block. Stick it in here. And I don't pull the trigger because it takes the choke off. But I do hold the handle to stabilize it. Okay, it popped. That's important. Now you can pull the handle, which takes the choke off these things. There you go. Now we're going to set this up so you can see us. I want you to see this bit. Back around here so you can see where I was carved already. Okay, that's great. Okay, we start with outlining it again. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit so you understand what was going through my head. We're gonna bring you. Okay, I'm gonna come down here because I don't want to raise the camera. I want you to see what's going on. Okay, we did another leaf here. This leaf here is kind of tucked underneath here. Okay, we're gonna do one that comes out actually on an angle like this instead of down like this. This one here, I just felt like it should come down. I changed my mind completely right when I started. When I make these here, so you don't have a squared channel, so you can see where a chainsaw cut was, what you do is you take your chainsaw and you cut on one side. You cut on that side over there or this side. You don't cut with both of them. So what I do is instead of going in there straight, I turn it on an angle. That way I'm using the corner of that tooth, and it's almost like drawing a line. You come in here and you cut down on an angle, and it does not look like a chainsaw cut. So that way you're able to have a little artistic flair to it. Now, what I did here is I rounded the top off. This is how I'm gonna do it. That'll be my finish. And then I've got these two cuts here. Well, what I wanted to do, I don't know if you can see that. Let's turn it. I got this cut here and this cut here. And I rounded my top. Well, the thing is I actually like this look here of this tree. I mean, this is pretty neat. It's natural, weathered and everything. And when I did it, it was a little bit weathered right there. There's a little bit of softwood, not much, but it's gone pretty much. And that's the way it's gonna be. And I want it to be rustic. I am a rustic artist. So I try to do things the way I think they should look, and it is my personality and it is my taste. So to me, that looks good. I don't want to grind it off or cut it off, and I'm not going to sand this thing. I'm not going to sand the leaves. Some of them I do, you know, I'll sand them and then I make real fine lines and detail, but this one here is a planter and it's going out in the garden. So we're going to do this simple, and I want to make this so you can make one up and not worry about the fine detail. The heck with that garbage. You know, it just makes life harder. Right now, we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to have fun. Now, I'm going to do my third leaf down here. So, stay tuned, watch up, and here we go. We're going to do it. This time, I don't have to choke my saw. I just put it in the slot, turn it on, and hold the trigger. Okay. What I did here is I kind of had this side folded over, and I've left this high, which I don't like. So what I'm gonna do is crank it back up, and I think I'm gonna take it down here lower, because right now it looks like an oyster or a clam. It doesn't look like a leaf to me. I'm trying to leave this thick though, so that kind of hurts me a little bit when I'm trying to get it to look like a leaf, because they're thin. But if I go too thin, it's gonna break off, and then I lose it anyway. So let's crank this up and try it again. Okay, that's better. That's better. Now I thinned it up a little. I turned it back some. I put the vanes in there. Those are a little bit square because I can't hold the chainsaw sideways, but that's okay. It's not a mistake. It's just the way I did it. Now I got a leaf that looks like it's falling down behind. Now, if you look at this log on top, there's a place here that was rotted because that was sapwood, and there's one there. And this runs down in here, which this is a little bit soft and peppy and stuff. And I have to remember that when I hollow it out so I don't make a big hole here. And some of this will fall off over the years, but then it'll get down to what it is left. And it'll look good. It'll still look good. It's natural, okay? One more tip, and it'll help you in your carving. A lot of people use grinders and Dremels and things for taking the wood down, because when you're carving, you do everything in the world. I gotta get comfortable here. Oh, there we go. You do everything in the world to get that wood off. You want to do it as fast as you can. Like I said, this here would probably be 3-4 weeks worth of work with someone by hand, and I just did it in a few minutes here. But instead of going and getting a grinder and setting up and doing this and that and everything else, I try to use chainsaw for everything. Like instead of Dremel doing the vanes, I turn it sideways. When I start doing the inside of this leaf here, I need to grind it out a little bit, and if you watch me, I use the tip. Now if you just use the tip and you feather it back and forth, it's like using a little grinder. Just do it light. You don't want to stab it in there and make a big cut. We call them Dutchmans. And it's not a good thing to have on a wood carving when using a chainsaw. Do not get any Dutchmans. So this can be a little grinder too, and you can brush away that wood just a little bit at a time. Don't have to get happy about it and take the whole leaf off, okay? So this is my second lesson. I hope you learned something. I'm gonna go post it right now so those that are waiting for it can see it. If you have any comments, please come in there and ask me. If you have any questions about what I'm doing. It's the only way I'm gonna know if I'm teaching this right. And that silly thing I hate saying, I need you to like and subscribe. Reason for is we're trying to build this channel. I'm trying to take the things I've learned in the last 66 and a half years, and I'm gonna try to put it on film, and because I got a lot of people going, you know, will you mentor me, will you teach me? Well, this is the only way I really know how to do it because I got way too many people want to come to my house. So please subscribe. It will help me tremendously in getting this going. And I will be back with part 3 of carving a planter for your yard. Good to see you. Take care. Bye.